What is up, guys? Phoenix here, and today we're going to be continuing more of our Death the Kid pixel tutorial. So we're still working on the frame, but as you can see on the right hand screen, we have a lot of the top done. I don't know why I didn't finish it up. Maybe I got lazy. But let's fly up there and check it out. So where we left off, we should have 3 flat just chilling right here. So it's 3 flats in a row, 2 in a row. 1 2 3, 1 2 3, and yep, that's correct. And we're just going to keep going down and to the right with the flats and just continuing off with this for today. So what I'm going to want you to do is at the end of each set, we're going to put one placement block either underneath or to the right, just so it can help you. So first we're going to start by going down to the right 2 flat, 1 2, then placement block underneath the right side, go down to the right 3 flat, 1 2 3. I'm just going to continuously clean up the blocks if I'm close enough, otherwise I'll leave some of them. Then we're going to go down into the right 2 flat 2 times in a row, so 1 2, 1 2, down to the right 1 single, then 2 sets of 2 flat again. So placement block 1 2, placement block 1 2. Let me just zoom out and show you guys how it's supposed to look right now. So this one is in the center, and on each side we have 2 flats. From the right block here and the 2 flat, we're going to put a placement block underneath it, so that way we can go down into the right 7 singles. So placement block 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, and just make sure you can count it. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Yep. And from those 7 singles, what you're going to do is we're going to start branching off a little bit into the stripes in his hair. So first off, what we're going to do is we're going to go underneath the 7th single and mark it. So I want you to mark it. And we're going to put 2 pieces of white wool or snow like that. Then we're going to go down and to the left 3 flat pieces of snow. And that's just to mark it. We're not going to continue it yet. Instead, we're going to continue off of the black wool right here. And we're going to go down and to the right from that. 2 more singles. So 1 2, and it should actually end right here. So you should have something that looks like this. And now we're switching over into verticals. So if you don't know, we're just going to be putting, it's going to be the same structure as flats, except it's just going to be vertical now. So the placement blocks are going to go in the same spots. Oh, I'm tired. From there, we're going to go down and to the right. So put your placement block underneath. 2 vertical. Down to the right 1 single. Then we're going to go down to the right 2 vertical again, like this. Except this time it's going to be 4 times in a row. So this is 1 2 3 4. Now we're going to start hitting the bigger numbers. So we're going to down to the right 4 vertical twice in a row. 1 2 3 4. Placement block 1 2 3 4. And I'm going to go back real quickly and just delete these 2 placement blocks. And we just need to start closing in on the end of the head area. So we're going to go down into the right 19 vertical. Placement block 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Very easy. Just make sure you count it carefully. But from here, we have to go down to the left now and hopefully tag up with something over there just to make it like a full circle. So first, we're going to go down into the left 8 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let me just recount it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. From the 8 vertical, we're going to go down to the left 5 vertical. 1 2 3 4 5. Down to the left 4 vertical. 1 2 3 4. And it should touch what we already had waiting for it and complete the hairline. So if you reach this far, you're almost done actually. We just have a couple of the eye details to do and the streaks in the hair, and we'll be done with the pixel art. So now that we've completed the hair, we're going to move over to the white part of his head. right here where we had the snow placed, and we're gonna finish that up. So let's continue. We should have 3 flat right here waiting as our marker spot, and we're gonna go down and to the left, 4 flat 2 times in a row. So placement block 1 2 3 4, placement block 1 2 3 4. Let's delete that one, whoops, and delete that one. We're then gonna go down and to the left, 3 flat 1 2 3, down to the left, 7 flat 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. And this is really easy to do now because it's just like a strip in the hair. So it was harder when I was building it the first time than actually building it right now. It's actually pretty simple since it's just like flat. Then we're gonna go down to the left, 8, then 19. So placement block 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, and then we have the whopping 19, which is going to be almost the end of the top. So 19 flat 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19. Perfect. Now just go and delete the dirt block now. And you can see on the right hand screen we have the strip in the hair, but it's not complete. So we're going to go back to the end of the 19 to the final block over here on the left side, and we're going to add 12 to the bottom of it so that it becomes 13 long. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. But now we have to bring it back in, which is why this part is usually a pain in the butt. So we're going to go to the right of this last block and add 21 to the right, so that becomes 22 long. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, whoops, I have to make sure I'm bad at counting. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21. We're then going to go up and to the right, 8 flat, so placement block 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Placement block again, up and to the right, 6 flat 1 2 3 4 5 6. And from there, we're going to just continue going up and to the right with flat. So we're going to up and to the right, 3 flat 1 2 3, up and to the right, 4 flat 1 2 3 4. And I'm going to just fly back now and delete these extra placement blocks before we continue and finish up this part of the strip in his hair. So we have 3 and 4. Okay, after that we're going to go up and to the right, 3 flat 3 times in a row. So we just get your placement blocks ready. 1 2 3, that's 1 1 2 3, that's 2, and finally 1 2 3, that's the final strip. So now we just need to reach the wall right there, and the way we're going to do that is we're going to go up and to the right, 4 flat 1 2 3 4, and that's it. Actually, I think it's supposed to touch at a diagonal, which it did, so we're good to go. So what I'm going to do is delete these extra blocks right here, and you can color that in if you want, so you don't have to, but there's still 3 more strips in the hair we need to do. So let me just see where they are. So the next one is right below this one, and then the final one is going to be mixed into the part within his hair, which I think we have some of it built below. So what we're going to do to start the next one is we're going to go to the 4 verticals we have right here. Let me just delete this placement block. So underneath where we finished, we have this 2, then 4 4 19. So we're going to go to the first 4, the top block in the first 4 right here. Let me just zoom out so you guys can see where it's at. So hopefully you're able to find it. And from that first floor, what we're going to do is go down to the left. Actually, do we want to go down to the left? I'm kind of scared to mess it up. Yeah, we're going to go down and to the left, 2 singles. So 1 2, just like that, to start us off. Then we're going to go down and to the left, 2 flat 1 2, down to the left, 3 flat 1 2 3, down to the left, 2 flat 1 2. And now it's going to be a bunch in a row. We're going to actually be using 4 flats 4 times in a row. So that's my favorite when we have like a nice little streak like that, so it's easy to just complete. So floor flat like this, 1 2, whoops, 2 3 4, and we need 4 of those in a row. So make sure you put your placement block at the end and just do them. So this is the first one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Second one. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the third one. And now for the final one. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're almost at the wall again, just like we are with that one, and then we can start bringing it back in. So what we're going to do is we're going to go down and to the left 5 flat, then 7 flat. So placement block 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then down to the left 7 flat. So placement block 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we can just go back and delete these extra dirts at any time you choose to. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. Now finally, we're gonna hit the final little strip right here. We're gonna go down into the left 21 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So you see it's kind of even with the other one, and now we can start building downwards. So what we're going to do is we're going to go down and to the left from this final block, 13 vertical. So put your placement block at the end. You have 13 vertical just like that. Let's bring it down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. From that 13, we're going to go down and to the right, 11 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And we could just start bringing it in. You see how it collided with the hair right here? All we're going to do is go to the right side of the hair and continue on this block right here. So find this block. If you see where we ended, we just went up and to the right to where we had this L shape, and we went to the top block in it. We're going to add 9 white wools to the right of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're then going to put a placement block at the end so we can go up and to the right 4 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4. And from here, there's actually supposed to be a block here, but it's missing. So let's add that in before we continue. There's supposed to be like a little strip of his hair. We're going to go down here to, actually, we can just continue off to the 4 flat. So to the right of this 4 flat, we're going to put a black wool there. Okay. And from that black wool, we're going to put 3 on top and 1. Actually, let's put 3 below it first. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3 below. And then we're going to put 4 on top. 1, 2, 3, 4. So just count it. You need it to touch here at a diagonal, and you need to go up a little bit 3. It can go up 3 or 4, it doesn't really matter, but you definitely need to touch this at a diagonal down here. And from there now, we're going to go up 1 level from where we entered it on the left. So 1 level up, and that's where we're going to leave it on the right. So we're going to put 5 to the right after that. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're then going to go up and to the right, 4 flat, 2 times in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. From there, we're going to go up and to the right, 3 flat, 4 times in a row. So 1, 2, 3, that's 1. 1, 2, 3, that's 2. 1, 2, 3, that's 3. 1, 2, 3, that's 4. Just making sure everything's lined up perfectly. From there, we're going to up and to the right, 2 flat, 3 times in a row. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. There we go. And it touches the wall, which means it's complete. So that's strip number 2. And now for strip number 3, which is going to be a pain in the butt because the other strips are kind of a pain already, we have to drop down a little bit lower. For the third stripe, we actually continued. We're going to have to continue from what we have right here. But it's funny because the third stripe we already started earlier with black wool. So we're going to be using the black wool for the third stripe. And inside of that, we're going to make it white. So yeah, we're going to have to deal with that because I didn't anticipate me using the white wool for the top. And my blueprint has this outlined differently. So we're just going to go to where we have these parts sticking out of the hair down here. If you guys can see that on the left-hand screen, we have right here and right there, just going to the right from nothing. So we're gonna go to where that 4 is. So this right here, 1, 2, 3, 4. You see where I marked it on the right hand camera screen? It's right below the white wool right here. That's where we're gonna start the upper part of the hairline. So we're gonna go to that, and we're gonna go up and to the right, 4 flat, 1, 2, 3, 4. Up and to the right, 3 flat, 4 times in a row. So 1, 2, 3, placement block, 1, 2, 3, placement block, 1, 2, 3, placement block, 1, 2, 3. And now we're approaching the corner. Whoops, let me put this right back. Approaching the corner. So all we have to do is make sure we land there correctly. And we're gonna do that by going up and to the right, 2 flat, 4 times in a row, then a single. So 1, 2, that's 1, 1, 2, that's 2, and make sure you put a placement block. 1, 2, that's 3, 1, 2, that's 4, and then finally single like that. It should touch the wall on the single. So that's the first part of the hair, and we're just gonna follow this line down and continue with it to the left. So if we follow it, we end up all the way over here in the middle of his hair with this long strip. And we're gonna just keep following it. So let me put a marker on it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think it should be 9. We can say it's 9. So from there, we're gonna just move over to the left side of this. So keep adding to the left until we hit this wall. And we're gonna continue 1 lower than where we started. So look where it is at. Once we hit that next wall, we drop down 1, and then we're gonna continue to the left of that 1. So let's add 10 to the left of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we can get rid of the dirt blocks so you guys can see what I'm talking about. There we go. So it's continued, but 1 lower on the opposite side. From that 10, we're gonna go down into the left, 15 vertical. So placement block, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We're then going to bring it back inward now, so we're going to go down and to the right, 8 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So as you can see, we have like the square on this side. You can fill that in with white if you want. And then we're going to go to the right side of this pixel art like we did up there where we went through the wall on the right to left side. So let's just carry this over to the right side, covering this gap. Let's see when we hit the opposite side of the gap. We're at this 3 vertical right here. We're gonna want to go up to the top block in this 2 vertical right here and exit through the right there. 6. Actually, that was if I'm working with white. So we're gonna go to the bottom block in that 2 vertical and put 6 to the right of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. So the bottom block in that 2 vertical is going to get 6 to the right to connect to the wall over there. You can delete these dirt blocks now. So from that 6 flat, we're going to kind of do the same thing over again. We're going to go to the right side of it. So just float over to the right. And once we're over there, we already had this waiting for us. This like kind of pattern that's just sticking to the right by itself. That's what we're going to continue off of. So from there, we're going to go up and to the right, 2 flat. Up and to the right, 1 single. Up and to the right, 2 flat. And I think there's supposed to be a point right here that comes up. Yeah, so we're gonna drop down real quick to where we have this placement block on this 2 flat, the left one, and we're gonna add 22 blocks to the top of it. So let's go up 22. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. We'll see if we're going to add more in a bit, but for now, we're going to leave that. Actually, just connect it to the top. Why not? So it should connect to a block up there. So you see we extended it up. And that's just a strip in his hair. And now we're going to continue off that middle point we were working with halfway through. Like right here. I can delete this. So we extended that point up, and we were still working with that middle point before we did that. So let's go back to that middle point, and we're going to continue going up and to the right from it. So we're going to up and to the right, 2 flat, 4 more times. 1, 2, 1, 2, placement block, 1, 2, and then finally placement block, 1, 2. Now in hopes of reaching the wall, we're gonna go up and to the right, 1 single. Then from that 1 single, we're gonna go to the right of it and put 6 blocks going straight down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I want it to touch that corner right there, so we're just gonna add an extra block. So you can make it 7. If yours touched on 6, that's good. Make sure it stays like that. Otherwise, I think 7 is fine. Now from this top block, we're gonna go up and to the right, 7 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And on that 7 vertical, we're gonna go all the way to the bottom and choose the second to last block, so that one, and put 2 to the right. Then go up and to the right, 1 single, and that's it for that part of the hair. So as you can see, we can color this in with white, and that's like interrupted by his facial features right there, which is fine. We have our 3 stripes now. So all that's left to do is, I think there's something missing in his left ear, and then we have some eye stuff to do, which the eye stuff can be done in a bit. I'm just gonna kind of zoom out real quick. So moving on to the eyeballs, we're gonna finish up the right eyebrow and then move on to the right eyeball. So where you see on the right side where we have this piece of dirt that we left as a marker above the bang in his eye, we're gonna be using that to complete the eyebrow. So we're gonna up and to the right from it, 2 flat, 2 times in a row. So first, put your placement block, 1, 2, then again, 1, 2. And hopefully you can see what I'm working with right there on the right hand screen. You see a couple of blocks falling as I delete them. And then from there, we're finally gonna go up and to the right, 1 single, and that's gonna finish that shape off. And now we're gonna move on to the eyeball. So we're gonna drop down lower on that bang. And what we're gonna wanna do is, starting from the lowest point in it, so I think we're gonna wanna start at the bottom of this tip right here, where we have these 2 hanging. We're gonna count up 4 blocks. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, like so. And from that 4th block, we're gonna put 3 black wool to the right, 1, 2, 3. And that's gonna start off our eyeball. And on the left side where we wanna continue the eyeball, on the other side of the bang, we're just gonna continue to the left of it. So we're still on the same line and go down into the left 2 flat, 1, 2. As you can see, it's 1 level lower on the opposite side of the eye, but it's okay. We're working with the right side right now. So from that 3 flat, what you're going to want to do is we're going to go up and to the right, 4 flat. So placement block, 1, 2, 3, 4. Up and to the right, 2 flat. So placement block, 1, 2. And from the right block in that 2 flat right there, we're going to extend this down 3 verticals. So 1, 2, 3. And if you were to go back and count it right now, it would be 4 tall. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that means you're doing it correctly. From this 4 vertical, we're going to start going down into the left now. So make sure you move your placement blocks accordingly. We're going to go down into the left, 2 vertical. Placement block, 1, 2. Down into the left, 3 vertical. 1, 2, 3. And from this bottom block in the 3 vertical, we're just going to put 1 to the left. So it looks like a backwards L. From here, we're going to go down into the left, 1 single. Down into the left, 2 flat. Down into the left, 3 flat. And now for the longest part of the eyeball, we're going to go down into the left, 11 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And we're just getting the curvature of the eye done. Like that part's going to be done soon. So we're working with the 11 right now. So go all the way to the left side on the 11 we placed. And we're going to go up and to the left, 2 flat, 2 times in a row, and we'll be done here. So placement block, 1, 2. Placement block, 1, 2. Oops. Let me just clean up the working space. So that's good so far. Now we're going to go to the top of the block where we had these 2 on the left side placed. These 2 flats. And we're going to build the eye from there. So we're going to go down to the left from there, 12 flat pieces of black wool. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And on the right hand screen, you can see it's coming out pretty well. I can't see any issues with it yet, so hopefully it looks okay. And from the 12 flat right here, we're gonna go all the way to the right side and count the first four. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're gonna put one black wool underneath each of them. From the 4 flat, we're gonna go to the 2 middle blocks and put one below each of those as well. And as you can see, that makes like an eyeball shape, and he looks really dead in the eyes. So we're gonna fix that right now. On the left side of this 4 flat we placed, we're gonna put 2 placement blocks to the left. And then we're gonna put one black wool, one placement block, and then one black wool again. So let me just zoom out so you can see how it looks. Okay, so let's just get rid of those placement blocks now. From the lefternmost one, we're gonna put 2 extra below it, so 1, 2, so it becomes 3 long. Then we're gonna go down and to the right, 2 single, so placement block 1, placement block 1. That's 2 singles. Perfect. Now from the one on the right, we're gonna just go down and to the right, 2 singles from it, and stay skinnier than the one on the left, so 1, 2. Perfect. Now going back to where we have these 4 flats right here, we're gonna go to the right side now. So we're gonna put 3 placement blocks to the right, 1, 2, 3, and as you see, it met up with the black wool we had right here. So from this black wool we have right here, we're gonna go down and to the left, 2 singles, 1, 2. Then from that second single we placed, we're gonna go down and to the right, 2 flat. So you should have this. From the left block and the 2 flat, we're gonna go down and to the left, 1 single. And that's it for that. And then the right block, we're gonna bring it back up there. So we're gonna go up and to the right, 2 vertical, then 3 vertical. So put your placement block, 1, 2. Placement block, 1, 2, 3. And that's it for eye number 1. Yeah, but you need to do some more of the eyebrow work. But the inner eye is good. So what we're going to do for the inner eye before I finish the eyebrow up is I'm going to show you how to color the eyes right now. So we're going to have orange clay and yellow stained clay. So just whip that out of your inventory. Let me get rid of this. There we go. So the inner loop is going to be orange and the outer loop is going to be yellow in his eyes. Let me show you. This is the inner loop. I'm just filling it in for you guys so you can see. And it stops on that line with the first row. Then the outer loop is right here, the second kind of line. So we're just going to kind of raise it up here. There we go. That's the outer line. And then we can fill in the rest of that with snow by going to the leftmost part of the eye. And you see this lines up with that. You can just raise it with snow like this. And then you fill in this entire area with snow, and that separates his eye from the skin. So that part's pretty easy. Now let's jump into the eyebrow pretty quickly. So what we're going to do for the eyebrow is we're going to go above this eye. Sorry if I'm kind of like snotty or whatever it sounds like. On the left part of the eye right here, where we have this starting coming off, we're going to put 2 dirt blocks above this first one. And on the right side, 2 dirt blocks above this one. So it should look like this. And look where it's lined up. This one's lined up with the yellow, and this one's lined up with the middle in this orange right here. So on the left side, we're gonna go above these 2 and put 5 black wool going to the left. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just like that. Then we're gonna go down into the left, 10 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. On the right side, we're going to go above the 2 verticals right there, and we're going to put 2 to the right, then up and to the right, 1 single. And that's completely it for the right side of the eye. It looks really good right now. I like it. I have no doubts about it, other than the fact that I didn't fill in the eye, the eyeball right here, but you can do that later. So let's move on to the second eye. So for the second eye, what we're going to do is we're going to move over to what we started already, the frame of the eye. And I'm going to start with the top of the frame. So you should have on the left side 2 flats, then 5 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. And on the underneath, we'll have 3 vertical, 1 single, and 2 flat. So it should look like this. And this is where we're starting from. So from the 5 flat, what we're going to do is we're going to go down and to the right, 18 flat. So let's go down to the right, 18 flat, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. As you can see, one of the blocks we had was in the way. Just count it as part of the 18. Don't skip it. It is part of the 18. Okay? Now, from that 18, we're going to just work our way through it. We're going to start from the right side. And as you can see, we have something sticking through it. It's like going 2 down from it. What we're going to do is put 1 dirt block on the right side of those, and then 1 black wool on the right side of those. So it looks like this now. We just need that as a kind of indicator. You could have easily just went 2 blocks over and then put 2 down, but I was just trying to make it easy for you to see where you're working with. So from those 2, we're going to add an extra 2 to the bottom so that they become 4 long. So 1, 2. Let's count it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. And from the bottom block in that floor, we're going to go down and to the left, 1 single. Down to down and to the left, 1 single again. And oops. And I want to do some of the right side first, so that's why I'm not going to jump right into it. I mean, some more of the right and left side, so that's why I'm not going to jump into it, but it's eventually just going to loop over into touching over there. So first what we're going to do is with this 2 vertical right here, we're going to go down and to the left, 2 singles. 1, 2. Then from the top block and that 2 vertical, so these again, we're going to go to the top block. We're going to put 2 dirt blocks to the left of it. Then 4 black wools to the left of that. 1, 2, 3, 4. And kind of like we did to the right eye, the 2 middle blocks right here are going to get 1 extra below them for the eyeballs. And then we're going to shift over to the left side to do some of the left side work. So going to the 5 flats we have right here, we're going to find the middle block, so this one right here, and put 2 black wools below it. 1, 2. We're then going to go down and to the right, 2 vertical. 1, 2. Down and to the right, 2 single. And just to finish this off now, we're going to go down and to the right, 10 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And the 10th one was already there, as you can see from when we put that other single there. Completing the shape and almost finishing up the eye. Now to finish up the eye, all we're going to do is go to the left of the 4 flat in the eyeball right here. And put 2 dirt blocks to the left of it. Then 1 single. Now from that 1 single, we're going to put an extra 1 below it. Whoops. One extra 1 below it. Then we're going to go down and to the right. 2 singles. 1, 2. And that's it for the eye. You can do the same thing we did on that eye for the coloring of the inside. So the inner coloring is going to be orange clay, like this. So just make sure you layer it layer by layer and watch the right hand screen so you guys can see where it ends and specifically, and then starts the yellow below it. And then we start the yellow clay. Give him that like psycho look in his eye, or just like he's like really just bored. Like that's the kid just has like a monotone face, which is what I like. Now dropping down where we have the 2 flat right here, we're gonna finish this part of the eye so that we can fill in the white. We're gonna go down and to the right, 3 flat. Placement block 1, 2, 3. Down to the right, 10 flat. Placement block 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Whoops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now to raise it up, we're going to start going up and to the right. So put your placement block still on the same side. And we're going to up and to the right, 3 flat. Up and to the right, 1 single. Then up and to the right, 2 flat. Now before we do the second part of the eyebrow for this eye, all we're going to do to fill in the white part of this eye is we're going to go up and to the right, 3 vertical with the white snow. 1, 2, 3. Then up and to the right, 2 vertical. 1, 2. So you guys can see the left, everything on the left here is going to be snow, and this separates it from the skin. Now let's do the eyebrow piece we're missing. What we're going to do is we're gonna go to this first row of connecting pieces above the eyeball. So see if you can find it. The first 2 blocks where they connect, where you can make that 2 flat right there, is what you want to work with. See, below it, there's nothing that you can make the 2 flat connect with. On the left side, we're gonna put 5 black wool. 1, 2, 3. Whoops. 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. And on the right side, we're gonna put 8 flat. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And if you count it in total, it should be 15 blocks. So I'll count it with you guys just to be safe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whoops, did I count too fast? I might have counted too fast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I counted too fast. It's 15. Now going to the left side, the final block on the left side, we're going to go up and to the left, 4 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's it for the eye, actually. So let me just zoom out and make sure I did everything. I covered all my bases. Yep, we did. So now it's time to do the nose and the mouth, which are pretty simple, if you ask me. But nobody's asking me. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the tip of that hair that's in the middle of his face. And if you did the tip correctly, it should be 3 blocks just hanging at the bottom right here, as you can see. And we're going to work with the final block on the tip, if you did it correctly. We're going to go down and to the left, 5 single pieces of placement block. So down and to the left like this, placement blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You should just have that. Now after that 5th placement block, we're going to go down and to the left, 4 pieces of flat black wool. So 1, 2, 3, 4, just like that. Not touching directly, but at a diagonal. You can get rid of the placement blocks now if you have those 4 flats. And from the 4 flats right here, what we're going to do on the right side is we're going to go down and to the right, 2 vertical. And the bottom block in the 2 vertical is going to get 1 to the left. Then what we're going to do is we're going to go to the 4 flat at the left side of it and put 2 flats there. 1, 2. And now above these, we're going to put an extra 2. So 1, 2. And below them, only on the right side, we're going to put 1 below it. So it should look like this right now for his nose. To finish up the nose now, we're going to go down and to the right from here, 1 single. And that's it for the nose. Now it's time to move on to lay mouth. And let me see how we're going to do that. For lay mouth, what I want you guys to do is we're going to go down to his chin. So drop down to his chin, chin, chin. And this is the lowest point of his chin. We're going to go up and to the right from it. 2 flats, 2 times in a row. So where we have this first flat and the second flat is what we want. So look on the right hand screen or look on my screen. You can see where I'm working with. So you see you go down to the middle of his chin. And you go up to the second 2 flat right here. Now the right block in that, we're going to put 6 placement blocks going above it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then above that, we're going to put 4 black wool going to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we can easily just delete these placement blocks and finish up the mouth. So after those 4 flat, we're going to go up and to the left, 10 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And that's the mouth. Now before we finish this pixel art, all I want to do is the ear, the left ear. As you can see, it's missing some detail. So we'll do that right now. So let me just rotate over there and we'll fix what I'm missing before we just call it a day. You know, chip, chip, cheerio and all that good stuff. So fly over to the left ear now and just make sure my blueprint lines up. And we're going to go to the top of the left ear. Let's see. There's an 11 vertical right here that I want to work with. So let's see. Yeah, I think it's this long strip right here, the 11 vertical. So let me just mark it so you guys can find it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then delete these extra blocks. All right. Now, from those 11 verticals, we're going to go So hopefully you guys can find this. It's below, it's above the 4 vertical we have right here in the ear, and just below when we make contact with these double rows, you have the 11 vertical. You can see it on the right hand screen. I think I've paused it enough that you guys can hopefully locate it. All right, and we're gonna count from the top down the 3rd and 4th block we need to find. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are the 2 blocks we need. And to the right of those blocks, we're just gonna put 1 black wool. Now you can get rid of the placement blocks, and we can start working with those 2 verticals we just placed. So from these 2, we're gonna up and to the right, 2 singles, 1, 2, down and to the right, 2 vertical, down and to the right, 1 single. So we have this 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, down and to the right, 2 vertical, down and to the right, 3 vertical, 1, 2, 3, down and to the left, 7 vertical, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, down and to the right, 1 single, down and to the right, 2 vertical. And as you can see, we're getting really close to the ear right now, so just follow it closely. All we're going to do now is go down and to the right, 2 singles, and I think that'll be it. So 1, 2. Okay. Now what we're going to do before we finish up this ear, we're done with this ear, is we're going to go to the top of it where we have the 2 flat on the right side. So right here, as you can see, it's right before we start slanting down. And on the right block, we're just going to put 1 black wool above it. Then we're going to go up and to the left, 10 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Up and to the left, 4 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up and to the left, 8 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that's it for that line in here. So we're done with the pixel art. You guys can actually fill it in now. And all you have to do is something as small as you want to make changes, as stuff like in the neck right here. We can connect the neck so that way it's like not cut off, because I feel like some people want the neck to not be so separate. So what we'll just do right here is we'll just put 2 to the left, 1 down to connect the neck. So if you need to see what I did, we had this hole in the neck right now. Just put 2 to the left and 1 down, just to close off the neck, because I know some people don't like that. So now I'm going to jump into the finished product, and I'm going to go over the colors with you guys. Alright, so we're back to discuss the color palette that's going to be going into this pixel art. So first off, a lot of people said that the hair being dark gray was a problem for them. So if you guys at this point want to try and fill it in with black, I don't know what it will look like, because maybe it will interfere with the lines in his hair. So you guys can try filling it with black, and if you do and you like it, be sure to send me it in so I can see how it looks, and maybe I'll even correct mine if it looks better. I haven't tested it out yet, so you guys can be the first. Like I always say, you guys can improve on my pixel arts, but the colors we're going to be using is gray, black wool, snow, white wool, light gray wool, oak planks, and birch planks. Okay, we already filled in the eyes, so that's why I'm not going over the orange clay and yellow clay. But let's start from the bottom and work our way up. So at the bottom of his collar, oh, we're supposed to be using normal clay too, I'm sorry, just normal clay. So at the bottom where we have the little buckle in his shirt, we have the normal clay being filled in here. And then on both the left and the right side from there, we'll use white wool to fill in his collar of his shirt, along with dark gray for the outer part of his shirt. Is this dark gray? I think this might be. Oh, dang, that's not dark gray. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know my colors. It's cyan stained clay, I think, yeah. So cyan stained clay for the shoulder right here, and cyan stained clay for the shoulder over there as well. White wool for the collar, and normal clay for that right there. But if you go up into the corner right here, I put this extra little effect in with light gray wool. I just went around the perimeter and traced it, and I filled in this entire corner right here because it's behind his neck to make it look a little bit darker, give it a little bit of shading. On both sides I did the same thing. You see? You guys can just like just pause it right there and check it out if you guys want to copy it. But it's just me adding a personal touch in. Then for the neck, since his neck is below his head and it's darker down there, we're going to be using the oak planks. See, they're darker. And for the face, we're going to be using birch planks, but you guys can use end stone. You can use just normal stained clay, the one that we use for skin. And let me gotta get rid of this. It doesn't, Minecraft doesn't know that the block is gone. There it goes. Now, for the eyes, we can fill in the white wool or the clay, or the snow that I told you guys would work. And as you can see, both of them either look good here. It doesn't really matter. The ears have the same color as the face on both sides. And then moving up to the parts in his hair, we fill in the snow, just like cascading in on all three of the bangs. And make sure you surround all three of the marks, and make sure you surround each of the marks with black wool. Even if you're using the dark gray, you see I have the white, then I have black wool, then I have the dark gray. So I did the outline on 2 of them, I think, with white wool. You guys can surround those outlines with black wool, then surround it with the dark gray completely. It's up to you. And it did the mark again. Oh my goodness. Did we get rid of it? Yeah. So hopefully you guys did enjoy this tutorial. If you guys need anything, just be sure to let me know in the comment section. But I think I covered everything thoroughly. This is Phoenix, and as always, I'll see you guys later. Bye.